Good day to you on the last Saturday of September. We're just about into October 2025 here from Chico, California. And over here you'll see some references that you can consult if you're interested in the Grand Canyon. Anybody can look at it. You don't need mathematics, money, projector, a platform. What's interesting about the Grand Canyon, I don't need to tell you. I had a chance to go there once, but I turned it down because the group was going to hike from the top to the bottom. That's a wonderful hike. What is not so wonderful is hiking back up from the bottom. When I lived in Paradise, Paradise is a terrible, terrifyingly bad place to live. Unless you like loneliness, the inability to have any form of recreation, and just thrift stores and meth dealers. That's Paradise. It's really an isolated, just death trap of nasty heat. But it's a fire trap. It has regular sweeping fires that destroyed my home and my life's work and nearly killed me. But there is a creek, this an all-year creek, 3 miles from where I lived on Pence Ridge. California, you don't say as the crow flies. We have streamlined ravens,
not nasty-ass crows.
I saw a crow in Monterey.
And I can't tell you how stunned I was. I saw what I saw, and I feel what I feel, and I don't give a fuck what the scientists say. Oh!
There's crows in California!
No, they're not!
So that's the kind of controversy that's going on here. What I do is guide you to higher ground. You have to have a guide, or you won't get out. Well, one of my best friends and one of the finest men I know was entrapped. I don't know how he made it out because I lost touch with him when I was about 20. He and I were converted at the same moment. We were the only two of our generation.
Ridgely Schneider.
He should be internationally famous. He should be invited to Moscow,
Beijing, London, God knows where else.
I met his family. He doesn't remember it because he had just been converted to Christianity. I visited him on his birthday 2 years ago, Ridgely Schneider. One of the greatest men I've ever known, and when I get to heaven, where's Ridgely? Now, you don't inherit the sins of your fathers. You did not kill the Indians. You did not fill in San Francisco Bay with mud. You didn't kill the Indians, and you didn't chop down the redwoods. You're not responsible for religious terrorism, and you're not responsible for the mistakes of your goddamn fake scientists, for your government, for the homeless. What are you responsible for? Do you have any idea why you're on Earth? Well, of course, that's a trick question, and I've taught you don't answer a trick question. Ask a question back. Now, just as a caveat for those of you who have been enlightened by heaven, even if you haven't yet or you're not sure, you're just about to be.
You'll lose your life in outer space, and Elon Musk is stark, raving
mad.
He just controls himself very well. There's a controversy about the Grand Canyon, yes. Well, maybe you don't care. Maybe you shouldn't care. Why would anybody argue? Well, we went to the Valley of the Gods where we saw something much more godlike. There is no way out of the controversy. It's atheism versus
Jesus.
It doesn't make any difference who wins that. The Grand Canyon, right? What is that? Much better than Mecca. Much better than Medina. Much better than
Jerusalem.
The Grand Canyon is
transcendentally beautiful.
Any child under the tutelage of a guide such as myself, there are a few of us left. What does the Grand Canyon tell us? You don't need a teacher. You don't need a professor. You don't need a geologist, a paleontologist. You don't need anybody to tell you what that means. A child can see it. What does it say? You don't know. Let me tell you something straight up from me to you so that you know what you're in for. Listen up! The Grand Canyon controversy. 30 years of plagiarism and slander within the creation science community. And they literally were blindsided. The man at the center of this controversy is Dr. Walter Brown. Dr. Walt Brown got the answer. He knows exactly how the Grand Canyon was formed. This Dr. Walter Brown doesn't need any convincing about the creator. And Dr. Steve Austin, boo! Steve Austin is a traitor. He's Judas. He got wind of Dr. Walter Brown. They're both Christians. They both believe the same thing. Brown makes a discovery. He's able to explain the Grand Canyon. 10,000 American scientists have sided with Dr. Brown. Well, then Dr. Steve Austin, just coincidentally, just a year later after Brown published, Dr. Walter Brown is an accredited scientist, so is Austin. I'll be studying it as much as I can, because he did get it. There was a secondary flooding. All of this has been proved, and it's the only explanation for the Himalaya mountains and the entire Colorado Plateau, including the Grand Canyon and Valley of the Gods, where we're going back. The Institute for Creation Research. It's the geological equivalent of the Unified Field Solution. Well, of course, I'm going to find that eventually on your behalf, because I'm your guide. You're under constant attack, so look directly at the source. I'll be right back.